Well, welcome to our backyard. We're going to do a backyard tour for family and friends, and this is an organic backyard, so we don't use any chemicals and stuff back here. You can probably tell from the weeds in the grass, but it helps make some really good compost. So we're going to do a quick tour. Over here is the raspberries. So these are filling in real nice. We bricked it in a couple weekends ago, and we'll just be adding some more nutrients and manure and stuff like that, and they should be doing really well. We've gotten a lot of raspberries from there this year already, and Becky really likes them in her steel cut oats. They taste pretty good. There's some neighbors' grapes, which they don't really do anything with, and we had to take all the vines down last year when we replaced the fence, and so these are just starting to go. So all these vines have started this year. They'll grow and make more vines. These are really, really good Concord grapes, so they taste pretty good. Okay, now we're going to start more of the formal garden. There's the rhubarb patch. We'll be moving them next year. And here is the first square foot bed that I put up because I wanted to see how it worked. And this is a little 4x4 bed, and we have the strings to mark off square foots, except where the rabbit chewed on one. But in the back here, this is the really good reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. These are pole beans here, and these are heirloom. These are called Cherokee Trail of Tears. And I got these seeds from Seed Savers Exchange, who got seeds donated to them from a doctor who is a Cherokee. And his ancestors were on the trek when the Cherokees got moved to the reservation. And a lot of them died on that trek, and that's why it's called the Trail of Tears. And they saved beans and would plant them year after year after year. These are some of the same bean seeds that came from those. So puts a whole new twist to gardening, planting and growing and eating something with a tremendous history. As you can see, here's some of the beans and stuff that I'm saving. I'll be saving seeds, get them acclimated to this microclimate, grow them again next year. So in front of them are different pepper plants, red, green, yellow. These are bells, and these are really nice. We've been getting a lot of peppers from them. Here's some more. Looks like we're ready for some more. So yeah, there's some really nice ones down there. So we won't be saving seeds from those this year. We will next year. Okay, in this next bed, uh, all of the beds in here are 4 feet wide, so we can reach the middle from either side, but they differ in length. This one is 12 feet. We had peas clear up to here already, and those peas got done producing, so all those were taken out, and I've done the next succession planting. Here's some other peas. These are Amish snap peas, so I'm growing these in just one row just to see if they're good. If they are, we'll be saving seeds from them. We'll get a whole lot more. Turnips, Ragged Jack kale. Those are the turnips. Over next to it, Ragged Jack kale. These are coming up good. And then in the middle and on the end, we have cucumbers that we're trellising up. So these cucumbers we're trellising up, and they'll be growing up to the top trellis, which they're just starting to get to on this back side. And the cucumbers just kind of hang down, kind of like back down there. Looks like we got one about ready.
I'll come around here.
And we looks like we lost one plant. This guy's turning bad, so he probably got snipped down at the bottom someplace. But anyway,
And
so
this is?
that's white icicle radish, and I companion plant that with a lot of the squash, the cucumbers, and that helps keep the squash bug and cucumber bugs off the plants. So yeah, and there's a couple rutabagas thrown in the middle, some more peas. So that's pretty much it for this bed. The next bed down here, this is 10 foot, and this is pretty much all summer squash. Here's the white scallops that are growing here. We have the black magic zucchini. That's a regular green zucchini that most people are familiar with. We have some other green scallops. We have yellow pears that are here. So I don't know if you can see, that's one that I just pollinated this morning. So I'm gonna be looking at saving seeds from them. That's the ones with the tape on it. The other males with tape, I got 4 more to pollinate tomorrow. So you can, here, back in here, you can see in one of the yellow pears it's getting bigger back there. So yeah, so that's good. Look down, see here's some more of your females, Becky. So a lot more. So that's 3 different kinds of summer squash here, and that's real good. Some of the zucchini, see, down in here. Okay. Now in the next bed, here's where we have tomatoes. These are the beefsteak tomatoes, and they're growing some nice ones down in here. And I'm doing single stem trellising as good as I can. So basically pinching off most of the suckers and training them to go up. These are hybrids. This first one, we won't be saving seeds from them. This one is open pollinated beefsteak. I will be saving seeds from these. Of course, in the middle here we have borage to attract bees, carrots, and some more borage, and there's some more eggplants in there that pretty much got overwhelmed. That kind of happens when you do intensive planting like this. Some of the plants just outgrow everything else. These ones back here I'm really like. These are the heirloom brandywines. We're getting a lot of good ones from here. These are the old potato leaf type of tomatoes. You can see that these leaves are quite a bit different than the normal tomato leaves that you see. So these are the older varieties, and this is probably one of the most popular heirlooms. And so we'll be saving seeds from those.
Marigolds.
Yep, I plant marigolds here and there. That helps get rid of bad nematodes, or, you know, that are in there, and they're kind of pretty. So this one here, I have some summer squash in the front. This is a yellow zucchini. They look kind of weird, but most of them are just normal looking stuff. We have some more coming on back here. So, and we have some more kale here. This is the, let's see, this is the Scottish curled blue kale. Okay, now in the back on the 6-foot fence, this is pretty. This stuff is just going nuts. This is winter squash. We have. I planted 3 different types back there. I'm going to do it kind of a little bit different next year. Over on the side is a blue Hubbard. In the middle we have Hardale, and we have an acorn there that's actually kind of interspersed in between. But you can see up here, this is one of the Hardale. I got it tied off. It'll be ready, and I'll pollinate it tomorrow. Some of the blue Hubbard. Here's the big boy down here.
Put your hand there so we can see how big it is.
Down here. So yeah, so he's getting nice. One up here on the fence. So he's growing and going. And we have another one that's going to be getting ready. One that got pollinated up there. So you can see a lot of tags on the stuff. So I did a couple other videos on YouTube on pollinating squash and saving seeds, and I need to do that so it stays true to type. So the seeds that I get from here, I'll be able to use and plant next year. They'll also be blue Hubbard or whatever things that I'll pollinate. So this next bed is about 3.5 feet deep, and of course 4 foot wide. That's some marigolds and some open pollinated red romaine lettuce. That is really tasty lettuce. And these 2 back here, these are yellow pear open pollinated cherry tomatoes. And those guys get nice and yellow, and they taste pretty good. I really like them. And I want to give, and you want to back up a little bit kind of in the aisle, I want to give you kind of idea on the height here. So these guys are getting a little bit tall. They're taller than I am. And so they've got a lot of growing left to do. So I'm going to have to string some ropes for supports, which I had to do last year too. And now on this side, that's more marigolds. And these are rainbow carrots. So Those are like all different kinds of colors: white, red, purple, I don't, yellow. There are no greens, but that's okay. And these ones here, these are a hybrid. Next year I'll be doing open pollinated, but this year I had these seeds, so I'm going to use them. These are Moby grape cherry tomatoes. They're really meaty, so they're starting to turn red. They're pretty tasty. And a bunch of them, so
Do you have to tune some more?
yeah, I probably will. Well, I'll have to do another video on tuning tomatoes. I use a middle C tuning fork for that, and I'll go over that. That's a whole different story all in its own, but that's a lot of fun. Okay, so this bed here, these are sweet potatoes. These are Beauregard sweet potatoes. We grew these last year. They grew really well. We really enjoyed them, and they're doing a ton better than even last year. Because last year was the first time, so I had to learn some stuff. And so these are growing in, filling in real well. You can see the vines. I'm sending all the vines down that way to grow up, and they'll probably before the end of the season they'll have this fence covered. I also have a watermelon I have training back up in there. So I'm doing a lot of trellising. Whatever I can trellis up, that saves space that I can plant some more stuff here. So in the next bed here, I have the white Kennebec potatoes. And potatoes you can get pretty cheap usually in the fall and whatever. They don't taste near as good as the ones you grow in your garden. These are great. And so I do a lot of companion planting, especially like potatoes and bush beans, green beans. And I do that because the green beans keep the Colorado potato beetle off the potatoes. I've yet to see one this season. And the potatoes keep the Mexican bean beetle off the beans. So that's really good. Now in the back, I have in the very back row, I have pole beans. Now these are hybrid. I won't be saving seeds from these. But these are, again, first year for pole beans. I wanted to try them out, see how they go. And so far the Trail of Tears pole beans, they are super sweet, really good. So I'm going to be growing a lot of them next year. And what you got? You can talk.
The praying mantis. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. And I also use a lot of beneficial insects. Like I'll put out ladybugs every weekend.
I can't.
You
know
have
where
to
I'm-
go
oh,
up right
there
there.
we go.
And there's a praying mantis egg case. So I have 3 of those. I've used them before. They hatch and fall out, and you normally don't even see them around till sometime in the summer. You see a praying mantis about 4 inches long, and you go, whoa. So anyway, so in this bed again, we have sweet potatoes with a lot more watermelons. Now, this is just, it's not really companion planting. It's more of just planting stuff in the same space. The sweet potatoes put stuff on the bottom. The watermelons have the fruit on top. So we can grow them. We did this last year. We can grow them in the same space. Becky wanted to see the watermelon that was here. So I wanted to just kind of push it back.
All right.
So anyway, so all these I'll be sending the vines over there too. Next bed over here, same thing. Kennebec, white potatoes with green beans interspersed, pole beans in the back. Those pole beans really got nailed by the flea beetles, but I got them to stop, and these ones are coming up. And these ones are Kentucky Wonder open pollinated, so we'll see how those go, and we may be saving seeds from there. We have lavender here to get some more beans and our bees, and Dusty Miller to keep rabbits out from eating stuff, and that seems to actually be doing fairly well. And then over here.
Did you plant these beans later?
Oh, yes, these are actually over here. Actually, yeah, these are beans that Christian helped me plant, and so you can see we've got beans coming up on here. These ones are early contender. I'm going to be saving these for seeds. See back in here. See, these are ones that we planted here and in here, and they're getting right after it.
Good job, Christian.
So yeah, this is a thing that I'm going to probably be working with on all the grandkids. You know, Micah and Alex, Connor, Sydney, Caitlin.
Katie and Allie when they're older.
Yeah, Katie and Allie when they're older. And so, okay, so now these are beds that I put up this year because I really wanted to take advantage of the 6-foot fence for trellising. So these are 12-foot long beds, 2 foot wide, and we have 3 of them. So it goes down 36 feet. And I've got 6 different types of winter squash in here. And these actually have grouped together. We have calabaza, and these are actually squash that are mainly grown down in the deserts down in Arizona. But I wanted to see if I could get any fruit at all to grow off of these, acclimate them for this temperature and climate, and see if I can get some going. So these guys are starting to put out male flowers, see down here. And so I still got high hopes that we can start getting some females from these. So we shall see. This one over here, it's growing up pretty good, so got a good chance. And we have some arugula that's growing here. That's going to seed. I'll be trying to save the seeds from here. And this is really good stuff, and it's got quite a kick. Shared that with a lot of people from work, and they agreed. So now those squash over there are Hardell. It's like the same one that I have over there. They're just grouped together better over here. But you can see these are not as tall as those other ones. These ones I direct seeded. Those other ones I started, probably 5 weeks before I planted them. So next one's over here, vegetable spaghetti. You can see these guys growing, hanging on the fence. Don't need to support them, because these vines will actually strengthen up and hold the weight that's there. Probably have to support the Blue Hubbard, especially if they get up into the 10, 15 pound range. But, so we have a lot of these growing. Some more over here. And the next group over here, we have some turnips down in here. These guys are coming on okay. So, got some other ones. So I've got squash in the back, and in the front I have different stuff you can see. So
This isn't a vegetable.
no,
Spaghetti.
that's not a vegetable spaghetti. That's a kabocha. So we have that. Here's another kabocha. This one's getting close.
Got one on the other side too.
Yeah, got one on the other side of the fence, and one over here. So yeah, one of the things about trellising, they can grow on either side of the fence. So those are there. Now in the middle down here, we have another kabocha that's sneaking in
nice.
here. But here's the butternut, and the butternut again was one I'm going to be saving seeds from. Again, this one's tagged. It looks like this one took.
Yeah, it does.
So we will see.
And you got another female right there next to it.
Yep, we got another female next to it. It's going to be coming up. So that one will probably be in about another 3 days. Might come ready. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Get some more male flowers and kind of go from there.
So this is the arugula?
No, that's a radish. That's white
that's
icicle
right.
radish. See,
Radish,
look
okay.
at this. So
Oh,
these
wow.
are these are also open pollinated. So
That's the seeds in those pods?
yep. So I will let these
Oh.
all go to seed, and I will grab and save them, and we'll be planting them again next year. Now up here, you this is called a fig leaf gourd, and these vines, they say they could get from 20 to 40 feet, and we've got some probably at least 15 feet now, and so they're really going up there. And these are also mainly done in the southern part of the United States, and this is just a different species. So I wanted to try to get any fruit out of here and try to start acclimating for up here. And guess what? If I can find
Right
it. Yep. We got one, pollinated it, and it looked like it took. So,
Oh, wow.
yep. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We got another female. It's getting started here. And so we'll just kind of keep an eye on, try to get as many as we can.
Nice.
So then down here, got some rutabagas going along. These guys are growing fine. Over here, we have some turnips. This one's a nice one. So you got some turnips. So he's getting good size. Yeah.
This winter.
Yep. Oh, look. Nasturtium
Oh,
flowers.
Isn't that pretty?
Yep. Nasturtiums, marigold. So
Dusty Miller.
and here's a horse apple pile. Use that making manure and compost. Here's the apple tree. And we have not gotten really any apples at all from here. This is the first year that it's been so loaded the branches touch the ground, but we had probably 3 times more than that already. The squirrels come and just tear it apart. So the apple tree will probably be gone next year, and we're putting in some more beds so we can grow some stuff. So we're going to take more advantage of the trellising. So we're going to put in some beds down here in the corner. You can see where I have the plastic all laid out. I'm going to be putting beds in here probably within 2 to 3 weeks so we can fall plant onions. So these will be onions and tomatoes next year. We're going to do some more beds up to the end of the fence down here, and I'll figure out what to plant in here. But something that's going to grow.
Where's the garlic going?
The garlic will be going back in the potato and sweet potato beds.
Okay.
And we'll be fall planting that. So I'll be digging those out and getting those. Now all the grass and manure and leaves and whatever else, we make garbage can compost. You can see the hole. These are old garbage cans. So drilled holes in there. You know, when I mow the lawn, put straw and stuff like that. And here, making compost. It's still warm down there too. See, it's still heating up. I'll mix it up again tomorrow, and probably this weekend I'll be mowing lawn and making some more compost. So that's pretty much it for the backyard. So thank you very much for your time. Becky, thank you for filming it, and talk to you later.